I'm dxthelb from RuneNews, and we're going to have an in-depth look at the loot system. To access the new loot system with the RuneScape 3 interface, either click on the cog and select Game Settings, or push the Escape key and select Game Settings. And for those using the legacy interface, you can either click on the settings icon in between the clan/emotes icon at the bottom right of the screen, or again by pushing the Escape key and selecting Game Settings. In the loot options section, there is an option to toggle the loot system on and off, a toggle option to extend the range of looting to a 3x3 radius. There is also various customization options for the loot system. Loot by monetary value. Selecting this option will bring up an option just to the right where you can select various GP from 0 up to 100k GP. Loot armor and weapons. Loot combat consumables, which is foods and potions. This does work for noted potions, however this does not work for noted cooked foods, and also does not work for uncooked foods and noted uncooked foods. Loot runes. Use this option if you want to focus on rune crafting. Loot mining/smithing items, which is ore and bars, noted and unnoted. Loot herbalore items. Use this if you're wanting to pick up items and secondary ingredients to make potions. Loot ammo. Loot ammo is for ranged. This works for picking up arrows and bolts. This option does not work for unfinished bolts or arrows. Loot construction materials, which includes noted planks and unnoted planks. Loot prayer items. If you're just wanting to pick up bones or ashes, this is the one for you. This also works with noted bones and ashes. Loot farming items. And loot crafting materials, which includes noted water orbs, cowhide, and green, blue, and red dragonhide. Some helpful hints with this new loot system. You can move around the loot screen in the RuneScape 3 interface. However, in the legacy modes, it is locked to the top left side of the screen. When using the loot screen, you have two options: Loot Custom, which is only things you have selected in the loot customization section, and Loot All, which picks up everything. There are a few issues in the loot system at the moment. No loot summoning option, no loot woodcutting option, no fletching option for unfinished arrows, arrow tips, and unfinished bolt tips. There is some suggestions for the loot system. Detach the initial loot options screen that's inside the game settings section so you can move it around for the RuneScape 3 interface. And a do not remind me again option for the loot screen, which appears pretty much every time you pick up items. Overall, I'm very disappointed with the lack of people testing out the new additions coming to RuneScape. At the time of this report there was only 19 people testing, and I personally don't think enough people have been testing this beta out. Keen to hear your thoughts on this? I'm dxthelb from RuneNews.